Hello everybody, welcome back to another OGR. Today is game 3 of round 1 as the Oilers lost to the Jets 5-4 and they take a demanding 3-0 series lead over the Oilers, and all I have to say is pain. I just feel pain. Watching Nikolai Ehlers bury that puck in the back of the net in overtime was just devastating. It was the worst thing ever. You see this team go up 4-1 and you're like, oh, well, I feel pretty good about this. The team is playing really well. We're playing a really strong game. And then Josh Archibald takes the dumbest penalty in the world. When we're up 4-1, he decides to retaliate against Stanley and take out his goddamn knees. And what does Tippett do? He keeps playing Archibald throughout the rest of the game. He calls for accountability, but yet plays Archibald. I can't scream for this team anymore, and I'm not going to in this video because I am just so done with this team. I am watching it, and I'm just so frustrated watching this team play. The way that Tippett coaches, the management I'm seeing, the way that they have done things this year is just not the way that I imagined things working. I don't believe in Tippett anymore, and I'm finding it hard to believe in Holland anymore either. This team is just, I don't know, man. This was a really badly, poorly coached game, and it was tough to watch. You see this team do really well, and then you see it quickly fall apart because you see Tippett play this fucking trap defensive game with this team where we rely on speed and we play our best game when we have speed, which he put a lot of speed into the lineup, and I was very happy about that. I thought, the lineup combinations were decent tonight. Bear and Nurse were alongside of each other, and we got off to a banging start. I was saying, like, there we go. This is why Puljujärvi needs to be on the top power play, and this is why Yamamoto needs to be on the power play as well. They generate energy, and they generate goals. Like Yamamoto getting that second goal of the game for the Edmonton Oilers, assisting Leon Draisaitl on that one, right? We need I don't know, just better coaching. The first couple of changes that he made to the lineups were great for the team and really helped out the Edmonton Oilers. And then he just didn't call a timeout when was needed and started playing Kara and Archibald more than Nuge and Yamamoto on 5-on-5 time when those guys were playing way better than what Kara and Archibald. Archibald was going out there basically banging bodies. They weren't generating any goals. The only goal that they did get was a tip from Larson Schoen from the point. Everything else, they were not that great. Not that great defensively. Seemed like they got stuck in their own zone a lot, which, ended up generating goals for the Winnipeg Jets. And we seen that. They were all minuses tonight between Shore, Archibald, and Kara. They were poor defensively and just not that great offensively. They were just horrible 5-on-5 wise, and somehow Kara got 16 minutes, Archibald got 16 minutes, while Yamamoto got 12 minutes. But if you minus the minute 31, he only got about 10 minutes of 5-on-5 time. Same with Nuge. You take a look at him. He minus the 4:30 and he minus the 1:30 off on that he had on the PK. He would have been having about 15, 14 minutes of 5-on-5 time, while Kara out there had about the same. I think he actually, if I did my calculations right, I probably actually would get a lot less. I think I would be around 12, 13 minutes for Nuge, because it was 2 minutes below Kara on 5-on-5 time. Legit, Kara was playing more on 5-on-5, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more minutes than Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And that line is playing more than the talented line of Nuge, McLeod, and Cassian. That is a joke to me. That is a joke to me, and that's the incompetence of Tippett entirely. I blame Tippett on this because he is an absolute fucking idiot out there coaching this team right now. And what I'm seeing is just incompetence and stubbornness to play these physical ass pieces of shit when they do not deserve the ice time. Especially when Archibald took a bad penalty like that. You praise accountability, but you just throw him out there near the end of the game. You call for accountability. You throw somebody out there that's actually more skilled than motherfucking Archibald. It does not make any sense what I've seen throughout this entire game. Let's just get to reviewing it because I could go on for hours upon this team about how bad this Edmonton Oilers team played throughout the entire night, and it was frustrating to watch. And it was so exciting to watch at the beginning, and then in the third period to see the team collapse was just all pain. That's all you felt. It was like you had a knife wrenching in your stomach, just turning and turning in there. It was just a horrible feeling to watch this game. So let's get into reviewing it. So right off the get-go, Leon Draisaitl gets the first goal of the game, which was a beautiful start, beautiful dangle there on Hellebuck to get a huge goal for the Oilers, and then he pounces again. Like 3 minutes later on the power play, he gets a massive power play goal. This was a nice setup pass to Yamamoto for McDavid. Yamamoto just started slamming it on Hellebuck, and it got over to Leon Draisaitl, and he shot in for his second of the season. And I was like, hallelujah. We're off to a great start. We're playing a really solid game. Defensively, we're playing great, and, we were playing a really exciting game. And then going to the second period, we took a penalty. Nikolai either scored on the power play, which was really unfortunate. It was a beautiful snipe from him. But then Zach Kassian, who was actually having an amazing game throughout this game, I thought. He was actually energized. He was banging that body a little bit. He had 3 hits, and he had a goal, which is a beautiful setup pass from Leon Draisaitl. Gave us that 3-1 lead. And then going into the third period, Kara threw out his first goal of the playoffs, which a beautiful tip, which was the only thing that line really did. And it did get into the offensive zone. Like, it did do some decent stuff. But that was the line, and especially playing them the way that they played them, that line deserves to have only 10 minutes a game. And that's what I thought they were going to get, but getting 16 minutes a game is way too much than what they deserve, especially when Nuge is getting about 12 to 13 minutes of 5-on-5 time, and you're giving Kara about 15. That is an absolute joke to me, and just showing how old Tippett is. Legit. It's showing how old he is and how he just thinks that grit is better than skill. And it's baffling because an Archibald took the worst penalty, taking out the knees of Stanley, which was just absolutely baffling. And then Matthew Perreault, Wheeler, and Morrissey score goals in the span of 3 minutes and 3 seconds to tie up the game, send it overtime, with Nikolai either scoring another one. Now, you would have been thinking that maybe the Oilers would have taken a timeout between that Blake Wheeler goal when they had a massive amount of momentum and everything was swinging their way, and there was only a 1-goal difference. But no, Tippett did not take a timeout and sent out the top line. Morrissey scored a big goal and was tied 4-4. You want to know what Tippett's excuse was? This is what he said. This is what he exactly said. He said that, a TV timeout was coming up, so I was going to wait for that. Well, bro, in a game like it's a playoff game, dude, why don't you take a timeout? I don't give a shit if there's a TV timeout coming right up afterwards. Give your team some rest, dude. They're getting fucking hammered out there. Slow the game right down. Take a timeout. Go out there, have that shift. Then when another TV timeout comes along, then you get another time to, talk with your group. Kind of get them going. Say that, okay, we got to keep this lead. We cannot keep letting them walk right into this game. But Tippett did not do any of that. And he did not even call a timeout, which to me is just an absolute joke. And I don't even think I could talk about this goddamn game anymore. Seeing Kara play more ice time than Ennis, who was playing absolutely amazing throughout the night. Same with Ryan McLeod and how he played more than McLeod. It's an absolute joke to me how incompetent Dave Tippett is at coaching this team, and it is paining me to see this. It really is. This team is absolutely painful to watch. To watch this team be so successful and then your coach just blow everything in the third period because they're just absolutely cannot coach this team at all, and is wasting McDavid's years here in Edmonton, is an absolute joke. We need to actually get a proper personnel to coach this team because what we're doing out there is just absolutely baffling. At least, Barry got more minutes and actually played alongside Nurse, which was one of the positives that did look very good in this game. Tyson Barrie got a reduced amount of ice time, which I really enjoyed seeing that. Barry was just, he's good, but he doesn't deserve a lot of ice time. Again, about 19 minutes is what he got, which is less than Kulikov and less than Larson. That is perfect for Tyson Barrie, and he works right in that spot because he had a really good analytic night playing alongside of Cuckoo and playing less minutes and not having to play, what Bear played in 26, which I still thought Bear had a really good game alongside of Nurse, but Barrie really did good alongside of Cuckoo, and we should carry alongside of that going into the next game. And then Kulikov and Larson, we got to break that pair up. I don't like them. They can't move the puck out of their own zone. Legit, that's every goal that we have had a goal against in this game was by them mostly. I think the power play goal was Nurse and Bear. I think the Wheeler goal was against the Kulikov-Larson line. And then not the Morrissey goal in the overtime was on them as well, which was just a beautiful shot right off the face-off by Ehlers. But it's really unfortunate to watch this team once again fail again and choke so bad in a game that we deserved to win, but we choked it so bad in the third period and we lost this game. We deserved to lose the game when it tied up at 4. We didn't deserve to win this game. And Dave Tippett, please, Holland, fire him because he's a horrible coach and he does not deserve to be the coach of this team. He's terrible. McDavid had a great game. Draisaitl had a great game. They did a great job really putting the team on the back, but in the end, the coaching failed us. The team failed us. Archibald failed us. Lots of things failed us in this game. And Mike Smith, great job, buddy. I mean, you let in a couple weak ones, but you played your heart out all the way until the end. And I give you that, especially competing against Hellebuck. That was an amazing game. And I'll see you guys for tomorrow, as tomorrow will most likely be the last OGR, most likely, because the game on Monday is... I don't know what's going to happen. The Oilers going to have to win, 4 in a row games just to win the series. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't have belief in this team right now, especially in Dave Tippett. Be prepared, Oilers fans, for a devastating defeat tomorrow. And be prepared for a very upset OGR on Tuesday. And yeah, that's all I got to say, guys. That's really all I got to say. Adios, amigos.